give it all the bigger when you know full well I'll snap you like a twig on the internet. What?
We're back to him being skinny again. Why does it always go back there?
Yeah, hiding behind the avatar.
Why do you want so much dap today? You dapped me like 1,000 times.
Right, so gentlemen, let's be a bit more
Go watch baby.
Professional about this. Cortez. Okay, Cortez, would you please introduce yourself to people?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am a three-time world champion, Shea Cortez, and that's the name that you're getting today. This is the Ben Podcast, and we are launching. And I am a co-host, my co-anchor, Mr. Wayne Brady. Oh no, it's not Wayne Brady. And Mikey Famine. We are a bunch of brothers and blokes from across various ponds and seas. We're going to give you our opinions, whether you like it or not.
Trailed off there. Lost all the energy there.
I had to cough, so I had to tone it down a little bit.
All right,
and I didn't want to go into broadcaster mode because no one likes Joe Buck.
Wayne, you give it a shake, yeah?
Disgusting.
Yeah, right. So my name is Wayne Anthony. I'm from across the pond to all you American viewers, listeners.
They don't have the internet in the UK? They can't watch it over there?
No, they can watch it over here, but it's a bit cup and string over here, you know what I mean?
Cup and string.
That makes sense.
Got the Campbell's can and the yarn.
Yeah.
The twine.
Yeah,
From
exactly. So I'm holding up the the American angle over here.
I mean, I'm saying, give us your shot at, intro for the show. Who cares about you? Intro the show. Do that.
Oh, you want me to intro the show?
Yeah, intro. We'll get some takes and we'll get some feedback. You know.
Okay. Right. So this is what are we calling this? What is the title of the show?
Oh Lord.
The Ben Podcast.
Oh my God.
Right. No, come on, guys. We're doing this off the cuff. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Our fault. My bad.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, Mikey. You started streaming and you're not even giving us an intro. So this is the Ben Podcast. This is myself, Wayne Anthony Lynch, Mikey, Cortez, Kjartan, who will be joining us shortly. And this is just a group of guys that are just shooting the breeze about politics, current affairs, and anything that we kind of want to turn our hands to. So enjoy.
Boo! He sucks. Get him off the stage. Yo, internet world, you got the motherfucking Ben Podcast hitting you straight in the face. I am Mikey Famine. Cortez up in the top right, and down in the bottom right where he belongs is Wayne. I am Mikey Famine, one of your co-hosts. What's good? What up, internets? We in here.
Okay.
That's how you intro.
Okay, well, if that's where you want to go hype, let's do that. But remember, my daughter is downstairs with my missus watching a film.
They were watching it until the intro started.
You expected me to intro this like some sort of morning zoo.
Just let them know. Hey, switch over the smart TV.
Yeah. Hi, we're all here. Oh Jesus!
I can't figure out.
Right. Anyway. Right.
That's fine.
So how we
All right. Turn the music.
How we? Yeah. Turn the music off. So how are we formatting this? What are we talking about first?
Well, I would like to introduce the first topic of discussion for today. Current world issues. And by world issues, I mean American house problems. Mikey, take us away. Since Wayne is not American.
Sure he is. He's American at heart.
He can't vote in this election. He ain't Russian.
Well, half of America can't vote, but that's another topic for another day.
Yep. Yes, it is.
Oh, hello, kitty cat. Jumped up in my lap and clawed the shit out of me. Today, I want to wish everybody a Merry Impeachmas.
Mary, I am not.
Merry Impeach. We got him.
I am Peach.
Oh, yeah, but is it really an impeachment?
Yes, it is an impeachment. It's not a removal quite yet, but it is an impeachment.
It's a sorry, not sorry, isn't it?
What do you
It's
mean?
pathetic.
How is it pathetic?
I'll tell you why it's pathetic, because your partisan system that you have over there means that one lot is going to say, oh, we don't like you, and the other lot are going to say, oh, no, you can stay. So what's the fucking point?
You have to do it in steps. It has to come in layers. So
Yeah, but what is the point? What is the point in handing out impeachment if you're not going to remove? Because the other lot are going to turn around and say,
first.
yeah, but the Republicans are never going to remove him because they're not going to do it in secret. It has to be a public vote. So as soon as you put your vote, your name to a vote, that means that you are saying we want to get rid of Trump. And
Right.
Unfortunately, because Trump has surrounded himself with yes men and lives on yes men, everyone around him. Look at Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham switched. As soon as Trump got the nomination, he switched.
Well, the good thing is Lindsey Graham is actually being primaried. So he may not be a problem after all. His ass might be grass anyway.
Do you genuinely believe that the Republicans are going to impeach him?
He has
remove
been
him?
okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, they don't really have a choice. It's already happened. You know what I'm saying?
No, remove. Do you think they're going to remove?
It depends on how the articles are presented, because if it's factual and lawful, and then they choose not to remove, then that's kind of on them. Like
And that makes a mockery. That makes a mockery of your entire system.
It doesn't. It makes them a mockery inside of our system, because if you literally take a diamond ring, you break the glass, you take the diamond ring, you put it in your pocket, and then someone says, "All right, I'm going to put you on a jury. Did Wayne steal this diamond?" And then and then everyone stands there with a straight face and says, "No, I don't think he did it." Well, then I'm voting your ass out of there. So if they choose to keep him, then they choose to probably get. I mean, that will matter come re-election time for them.
Unfortunately, Mikey, I don't think that carries any weight in your system, because every reporting, so every piece of reporting that I've seen is stating that the impeachment is futile because the House is not going to get rid of him.
Well, the House can't get rid of him. The House could only impeach him, and then it's the Senate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The Senate is not going to get rid of him. So with the Senate being completely Republican controlled, and the whole way that he governs is basically like a mob boss, and you have to like lick his boots and say yes and say great things to him, and he sits there and smiles. As soon as you turn against him, look at the language that he uses against people that were for him. Look at Cohen, look at Roger Stone, all these people that he's just flipped on because they're no longer fit for purpose. So why would Republican senators go against him, knowing full well that it is suicidal for them to go against him?
It's that's their cross to bear. You know what I'm saying? So if they feel like they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, if they don't support the person, they don't have to. I mean, they can do exactly what they're doing. They can ride that party line, but there's consequences for that. I mean, not everybody won their elections by a landslide, and that might be just the thing that gets that blue wave flowing, baby. And a lot of people are unseated.
Cortez?
Oh, you can hear the airplanes, and I thought I was muted. He's making airplane sounds in the background.
I prefer them.
So he already outlined this a little bit, and you really have to do things one step at a time when it comes to Congress and when it comes to doing anything against a president or even a smaller official. And the first step to doing anything is first establishing that there was a problem to begin with. And that's that he lied about things and that he used his power illegally, which he has not had a problem not admitting. The Republican Party, on the other hand, they are saying that what he's doing and what he has done is not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
They're trying to convince everybody that it's not as big as a deal as what it really is. If you abuse your power as the president of the United States, it's against the law. I mean, there are laws that were written to stop that from happening. And I'm not even going to go into the military aid thing yet, but
Well, no, we should, because that's kind of the crux of all this, and how withholding that money to the Ukraine is a problem. That's huge.
it really is.
Yeah, and I think this is where it becomes the black and the white of it all. It's so in the transcript the modified transcript that Trump released, he even stated that the aid would be released via them.
I have no idea why.
Sorry.
I'm back.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so the aid would be released with regards to him, your man from Ukraine, investigating Hunter Biden. He said it. He actually said it. It's there, and he released it and said, "Oh yeah, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that." So how can he possibly argue that he didn't do it with a quid pro quo? And yet the Republicans are saying, "No, he didn't. He didn't do that."
He literally said, "I did that, and there's nothing wrong with it." And we're like, "Yes. Are you saying you did it?" And then everyone is listening to him say yes, and the Republicans are, like you're saying, just blatantly saying, "Well, he didn't mean it." Well, it doesn't matter if he meant it, does it?
Yeah, it's a case of like you're literally arguing black is white.
Yep.
And that's the frustrating thing. From what I see on my side of the pond, it's like you saying, yeah, we'll give you this money if you investigate these people. And then when they got found out, when it like kind of the whistleblower came out, all of a sudden the money got released. How? There is no way that is coincidental.
And it's very strange to me that he wants the whistleblower to testify.
Yeah.
Like, what are you thinking, sir? Like, the whole point of them being a whistleblower is that they have certain protections.
Yeah.
And you're just going to say, hey, you need to come out on TV and show your face.
The thing with Trump is his best form of defense is attack.
Yeah.
And if he can't, he has no target to attack, with the whistleblower being anonymous, which is stated in US law, constitutional law, that the whistleblower can remain anonymous.
That's the point, yeah.
Exactly, which means that the allegation can be investigated without any partisan corruption coming into it. And he is basically saying we need to see who it is, because he wants to attack them for whatever their raison d'etre may be.
And I think he keeps trying to bait them out. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps like, oh, well, if you're not such a coward, why don't you come out here and tell me to my face? No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nice try, bud.
Yeah. It's like, no, mate. I just threw the match. I don't need to sit there and say, yeah, I did it. I just threw the match. The petrol was already on the floor.
like, guy.
Sorry,
we know.
Gasoline.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault that you were raised in a place that doesn't know what to call things. That's not your fault. We don't hate you for that.
Shit.
We
Mikey, bless you. We invented you, remember?
And now Frankenstein's monster has taken over.
Yeah, we started the empire and then gave it to you, and it's like, yeah, now you're the new order.
I mean, if you just bow your head, bend the knee, man. That's all you got to do. Bend the knee. Well, I mean, hold on. we invented you, or you invented us, fine. But now you copy us, because you got your own little Trumpy Trump over there. And he's got a dog instead of a fucking mail
we
order
got a
bride.
cat. No. He just fucks anything. He don't care.
But your they always say that Boris is just
actually, wait a minute. And he beats up children on camera.
Oh, excellent.
So if you want to just put in here the gif of Boris Johnson rugby tackling a child.
What, did he tackle them?
Yeah.
A little ass kid.
Go to search gifs. Boris Johnson rugby child.
I don't know if I want to do that. I feel like I'll be on another government list if I do that.
Another one, all right.
Yeah, I don't want to get on any more. I'm on like several. Don't speak your mind, people. It's dangerous.
Right, have you found it?
I can't search things while I'm streaming. Someone else has to do it with their computer.
Oh, someone's here.
Our millions of fans watching right now. I'm sure they'll find it. So the two articles of impeachment. Cortez, are you caught up on those?
Is Cortez there?
I think he's dealing with the little one.
Okay, cool.
Just fine, I'll pull him up. I believe the first one was abuse of power, and the second one was obstruction of Congress.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you frame it the right way, there's not really a lot that the Senate can do aside from being completely partisan and saying, no, he didn't obstruct Congress, but then all they have to do is literally pull up the quotes of him saying, hey, don't work with Congress. I don't want any of my people to have to testify to Congress. Well, that's literally it. Like, he literally, like, I think the reason that they
incoming.
Okay. The reason that they structured it the way that they did was specifically for those reasons, so that even the Republicans can't say that he didn't do those things.
No, but even with the Ukraine thing, he blatantly said, oh, I need you to do us a favor. I need you to do us a favor.
What? There's nothing dirty about that. Why would you think that's dirty?
Mikey, did you just find the GIF?
I just played it.
The Boris Johnson GIF.
He was tackling kids.
Yeah.
Excellent.
He was in the way. No, wait, that's our president. Sorry.
At least he's not walking into like 13-year-olds' dressing rooms.
I saw what I liked.
No, he's just tackling them onto the floor.
Right.
I'd rather them get tackled than
grabbed,
than peeped upon,
than grabbed
Poor
by
girls.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No, these are children. We're not going to talk like that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that at all.
That is inappropriate.
There is a hierarchy of indecency.
And children are on that hierarchy.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm not saying that I'm above playing dodgeball with like some 10-year-olds and fucking them up. Just cracking them. Like I might light up a 10-year-old playing some dodgeball because they can throw.
Oh yeah, mate. They've got to learn. They've got to learn. You want to throw the ball? I'm going to smash it.
But what you tackling?
I don't care how big you are.
And it's a rubber ball. I'm not saying we throw mallets at them or something, or wrenches. Like my coach, Patches O'Houlihan, taught me. You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Mate, America's fucked up.
It was a movie. You didn't see Dodgeball? It's a great movie. It's fucking hilarious.
No, I'm not even going to acknowledge that. It's a terrible film.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
It's so quotable.
Sorry, I'm just watching highlights of our Queen giving her speech to Parliament. Fuck's sake, Lizzie, give it a rest.
Is it taking her 50 years to do?
Oh, dude, she's like 90 years old. 90 years old, and then the next image on my screen is Trump. Fuck off.
As my last act as queen, I declare war.
Do you know what?
The entire universe.
I would like her to walk into Parliament and say, as my last act as queen, I'm pulling this pin.
And demonetized. That didn't take long. Didn't take us long at all.
Didn't take us long today.
See, people didn't believe it.
Hey,
people didn't
you
think
know
we
what?
could do it, but hey, we did it.
On the very first town hall show that we did, we demonetized in 30 seconds. So
really?
this is our new record.
I'm glad that we're breaking barriers, you know.
But to be fair, I didn't actually say anything that was
yeah, that's violence.
I just said pull pin and boom. That's not really
it's the queen. I mean, it's when it comes to like public officials,
God save the queen.
What you can and can't say is very selective.
Yeah, but if it's being broadcast through your servers, it don't really matter. I'm pretty sure there are people.
Oh, are you pretty sure? Oh, there's a black van just pulled up in front of my place. Oh, what? You want me to come out?
And your name is on here, Wayne, so
they're coming for you.
What are they gonna do?
You thought dodgeball with the wrench was bad.
Give me a stern telling off.
Okay.
No tea for you for 3 weeks.
Y'all British brothers real uppity these days.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna have to get a little bit Essex ghetto on you. So for me, hypothesizing that Lizzie is gonna drop a grenade in the House of Parliament, we're gonna get demonetized. Are you mental?
Yeah, that's a thing though. That's violence against another person. They will demonetize you for that.
It's a thing.
Have you not been keeping up with the Oh, let me see this. Type faster. Trying to see.
Mikey, I find your hat more offensive than my words.
I'm not even wearing a hat, you dick.
In your avatar, you twat.
Which hat? Oh, my gray hat? Yeah.
You don't know where that hat is anymore?
Hey, it's right here next to me. You want to see that hat? Let me show you.
I do not want to see your hat.
Here's the hat.
Look. Remember what happened last time we started pulling hats out? We're not going to do this again.
The puppy got my hat.
Cortez took it too far and took his helmet out.
No helmets. Not the hat wearer we're speaking on. Not where we're going with this. Jeebus.
This is not a race car podcast. This is not a football podcast at the moment. I don't really feel like football today.
You guys were talking
it's
about
a complete fucking mix-up. This one,
right. You guys were talking wrestling. If you guys want to do your wrestling thing, I will shut up. Now that we've gotten rolling and everything's.
I mean, we're still on this topic of conversation because it's.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so Cortez, should we call this the wrestling corner? We'll talk about what's going on wrestling.
I'll do some.
We're gonna call this the hot tag.
I like it.
Ooh, let me write that down.
Mikey, go and watch your Babe Station or whatever you want to do.
Walking by the
Babe Station, if that's what you want to do. All right, whatever. I'll do that.
Yeah, because I've got a high pitched voice, don't I? Prick.
Yeah, you do. When you sound annoying, it gets automatically high pitched.
Oh, do you know what? I love the fact you are so internet brave. You are so internet brave.
No. Here's one thing you don't understand about me. I'm not just brazen. I'm also stupid. So I will say,
hop across that pond.
I will say all of this to your face and get my ass whooped and get up and say it again. So don't think I'm afraid of an ass whooping.
Mikey, this is the thing, all right? I am that much of an egomaniac that I would actually save up, get a flight to your house, beat the granny out of you, cut a promo on your punk ass on the floor, stand on your face, go home, and then come and record a podcast with you the next day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not, you'd have to do that, and then I would still talk crazy. I'm stupid.
Come back and do it again.
I'm stupid. You will run out of money.
No.
And
no,
when you do, I'll win.
Mikey, you'll run out of life before I run out of money.
I don't know. Pretty sturdy.
Anyway, Cortez, wrestling.
Okay.
I've had to cut a promo on Mikey.
Yeah, you definitely did. I mean, you took it all the way there.
I will hop a flight, overnight the red eye,
He went
fly
proper
over
Simon
there,
Miller.
kick your face in, stand on your tongue.
He said, I'm Simon Miller today. He goes, he's ready. He's ready.
I like Mikey's Family Guy English accent.
Right.
I'm not British. Did you not know that? I don't have a British accent.
Yeah, but what even are you? What even are you?
Well, what even are you? What even are you? That'll be my revenge. Like, you make fun of me for being attractive and popular, and I'll just like mock your accent. Like, that's how that'll be our thing. Like,
Mikey, you're as attractive as a positively charged magnet.
You're welcome.
Iron hits you in the face.
All right, I'm trying to get our chat working, so you guys go ahead, and I'm gonna do this.
All right, Cortez. Right, what are we talking about?
All right, so we can talk about the state of wrestling as it is right now. I mean, we're let's not touch Rhea.
Rhea Ripley is new NXT champion.
I didn't watch NXT last night. I opted to watch AEW. I didn't even finish it because I fell asleep at 3 a.m.
Okay.
But I'll take that information and I'll say she deserved it.
I should have given you a spoiler alert. Really shouldn't.
I mean, she deserved it. One, she has a fresher character, and I'm gonna say it, and it's probably gonna be unpopular, but Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey pretty much have the same character.
Yeah.
As far as wrestling development goes.
Yeah.
Shayna is a more seasoned wrestler because she spent more time in development.
But the thing is, they're both old.
Yeah, they're both 40, close to 40.
Yeah.
And Shayna had no choice but to lose the title and make a roster jump, because if she doesn't make the roster jump now, they're never going to be able to develop the 4 horsewomen story by WrestleMania. And they've already started with Charlotte and Becky doing their thing, and Becky's trying to do this greatest hits. I don't know if you noticed that, but Becky's doing like this greatest hits thing that she's been on lately.
Yeah.
And she's trying to right the quote unquote wrongs that happened to her over the year before she was the champion.
Okay, well, to go back to TLC last week, the injury or the concussion.
Well, yeah, she's injured, legitimately.
How do you feel that was handled at the time?
I don't think that the WWE cared at the moment,
because
the match went on for another 15 minutes after that.
Yeah.
And it was a legitimate injury, and everyone knew it and could tell. Even the crowd knew.
Because where Charlotte tried to get her up in that power bomb, and she was sandbagging, completely sandbagging. She was done. It should have been like
oriented.
Yeah, it should have been. Sure, I was like, no, just leave it. It's just throw up the X, leave it.
For people who may not know what you're talking about, what are you talking about?
Nothing, Mikey. We're talking about grown-up stuff.
Yeah. But say what happens so that somebody who hasn't watched.
There was a spot. A spot is when a big moment happens in a wrestling match. There was a spot where she the girl we're talking about, Kairi Sane, very nice Japanese lady, solid professional wrestler, very talented, she got a legitimate concussion where she was pretty much knocked unconscious. She came to and tried to continue the match, and the match should have ended at that moment, but the match carried on for another 15 plus minutes after she was injured, and they continued, Charlotte and Becky, to try and hit their big spots to finish the show out. The problem with the match type was it was TLC, which replaced the hardcore matches in WWE.
To make them safer, which means they were more choreographed.
Yeah, no more death matches in WWE.
Yeah.
So you
the
won't
thing
see
is-
death matches, but they do have TLC, which is tables, ladders, and chairs, and kendo sticks, and pretty much anything around the ring that you can use.
And the fear is with the obsession that wrestling has with trying to make the gender thing irrelevant, is they're trying to get women to do the same kind of matches that men would do. So Kairi Sane in a TLC match takes a bump which has not gone well. And again, a bump is a spot where
you fall
it's
back,
like
right?
well, no, it's a choreographed move or set of movements.
It's designed
where,
to look like it hurts.
Yeah. And it didn't go well.
She actually got hurt.
Yeah, she hurt her head, but the sequence had to carry on. And because the sequence carried on with her in a discombobulated manner, she couldn't do what she was supposed to do because, contrary to popular belief, wrestlers work with each other to pull off these moves.
What?
If anyone's never seen a Hurricane Rana, they would understand after looking at the physics of a Hurricane Rana.
That's what I'm gonna hit. That's what I'm gonna hit Wayne with.
Oh, bless you.
Big, tall summer. I'm gonna go ahead and get my ankles around your neck and do like a wicked and then
now that we have explained that, I will say this. I'm not trying to take it into that low direction that people call it, but this goes back to them not caring about their performers and their performers' well-being. And I really feel as if that would have been, if it would have been two people lower on the card, they would have ended the match. And they would have found a way to either disqualify the match.
Oh, sure.
Because Becky and Charlotte have to look so strong, they continued and tried to hit their spots. And I'm not faulting Becky and Charlotte for trying to look strong because of where they're at in that company. But I mean, there is a smidgen of blame that you have to throw on them because of I've seen guys like Ryback stop and catch a person so they wouldn't break their neck. You know what I mean? And I feel like Kyrie could have been critically injured.
Well, there was, I don't know if you saw, there was a fan cam shot of Becky Lynch rolling Kyrie under the ring.
Yeah, trying to get rid of her completely.
Yeah, she was like trying to eliminate her so she could get herself together, so get her out of the match.
The announcers tried to save it and say that, oh, this is not a handicap match, but everyone who was watching it knew what was going on. They knew that she was hurt.
Yeah, well, no, because it also incorporated. There was a spot where Kyrie was supposed to go, or Asuka was supposed to go under the ring anyway. So she was kind of like hurrying that spot on to get her a little bit of protection.
Yeah, I still say that power bomb was a bad idea considering the logistics of a power bomb.
Yeah, well, she was completely sandbagging, and Charlotte should have just gone and crumbled and grabbed her knee and said like, "Oh no, my knee's gone." But she carried on the spot, and that's what I think was a bit out of order.
If anything, it's you're supposed to lose the match, so because you weren't supposed to win that one, it's not a big payoff enough at TLC.
There's been a shooting in Moscow. I don't know if anyone's seen this.
That just happened.
Nope.
Yeah, it's on Sky News now.
So that's Suspend Wrestling, and I want you to describe to us what's going on, Wayne.
I'm just seeing Sky News. It says Moscow shooting. Interference News Agency, Russia FSB Security Service says one of its employees was killed in a shooting incident. That's literally the banner underneath the screen right now.
That sucks.
Yeah, that's never good. No shooting is ever good. But I mean, Moscow, wow. Because trust me, I've been there. There's fucking police everywhere with machine guns.
Moscow, no way.
And see,
yeah, mate.
And here's the thing. So as much criticism as
I'm just going to quickly jump off to the toilet.
Yeah.
I'll be back. Go on, carry on.
As much as I feel like the policies of Putin are abhorrent, I have nothing but love for the Russian people. And the same thing with Ukraine. Like, yeah, there's a lot of corruption in Ukraine. There's a lot of corruption, a lot of oligarchy in these countries, but every Ukrainian, every Russian, every Latvian, every Bosnian, like, these are some dope ass people. And it's too fucking bad that their fucking government has failed them in the way that it has. And that's a warning to all the rest of us. So if you don't like seeing the shit that you see happen over there, happen over here, you gotta vote. You gotta do something about it.
Remember, not voting is still voting.
Yeah.
You have the right to not vote, but not voting is still voting.
All right, I will tweet out the links now as we wait for Mr. Wayne, the main brain, McLean. It's back.
Sorry, I'm here.
Is there anything else left in your wrestling talks? What else y'all got?
Oh, there's plenty. We could talk about this. We could talk about wrestling all day.
Well, you got.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think that's kind of an aside note rather than kind of.
I was about to say, then you get 10 more minutes, and then I'm bringing us back to impeachment.
No. I want to talk about the things that be more sort of mainstream than.
Hey,
Hey,
this is y'all's show. You get time on your own show. So, if that's where you're at.
I mean, we can shift it a little bit, and before we go back to impeachment, I find it extremely distasteful that the president of the United States would make comments about a place that a grieving wife of who is also a representative would make on stage during his rally that was happening during his own impeachment. I'm like, so you're gonna throw some shade while you're being impeached for lying and manipulating the powers.
I'm sorry. What is this that you're referring to?
So what he's talking about is at his rally yesterday, one of the Congress peoples who voted to impeach him has passed, or a large supporter of his impeachment has passed, and his widow was there, and he said, "Oh, maybe so and so's looking down on us from heaven, or looking up." Well, who knows? I don't know. You know how he does his stupid joking
Are you
thing.
fucking kidding me?
Yeah, and she was there.
And
she's actually taking over the seat of her husband. She's been sitting in his seat since he passed. Well, since before he even passed, as he got sick.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
If I was
she's
her,
been active. She's been active in government since.
That's an uppercut sandwich with your fucking name on it, big guy. You fucking make fun of my dead life mate. You got jokes about that shit? That's an uppercut sandwich.
She told him that this wound won't heal, and that the way he said
that's an RKO out of nowhere.
Yeah, she said, watch out. So I'm preparing for a holiday season without the person that I've been in love with for a lifetime. And someone who served, I believe he served for 56 years.
Yeah, he was in World War II.
That is disgusting.
She tweeted out that she won't recover from that.
That is, and is he a Republican as well? Was he a Republican?
I don't believe so. I believe he was a Democrat.
He was a Democrat that called for his impeachment, and he's recently died. Oh no! Come on.
Here's the exact words.
Come on.
She goes, Mr. President, let's set politics aside. My husband earned all of his accolades after a lifetime of service. I'm preparing for a holiday season, and without him for the first time, and it's really kind of disgusting. Now this is me talking. This is really kind of disgusting that this person would reach this low of a blow. You know, she said, "You brought me down in a way you could never imagine, and your hurtful words just made healing much harder." So this is the first time she had to be without the person that she loved, who a veteran and a pretty much lifetime server in Congress. And
yeah, let's insult that guy. Fuck that guy. What has he done for anything? Yeah, fuck that guy. What is fucking wrong with him?
I mean, in retrospect, I didn't see Obama attack John McCain ever.
No, because he's a fucking honorable fucking person. And I don't agree with all of his policies. I'm not even his biggest supporter. I have a lot of shit to talk about Obama. But at the same time...
sorry, Mikey. Let me interject there. John McCain was a Republican that was attacked by a Republican president, and Obama was a Democrat that didn't attack a Republican what was senator.
Yeah, he was a senator from Arizona
who also ran against him in the national election.
He held his dignity and said, "Okay, this guy did his job, and I'm not going to attack him on that front." Yet Trump is such a thin-skinned cunt that anyone that goes against him, he just rips apart,
including a 12-year-old girl.
Fuck off. He's like Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Kenny doesn't care, man.
It will suplex anyone.
There we go.
It's a very niche wrestling.
There you guys go, speaking Frenchese again.
Between him and Joey Ryan, I don't know who's worse. The chat is ready to display messages. So what you guys have been clamoring for is to interact with us in all of our ridiculousness as well as our truths. We have a chat ready. Join us in the chat. Talk to us. Let us know what you guys think about what we're saying. Provide feedback. None of us can promise to get back to you directly, but we will read your comments. And if we can,
we may get 5 people on a good day. We'll respond. Fuck that.
I can't read shit. I'm in the Zoom call.
No.
See, I'm looking towards the future.
No, we'll always be able to respond with people. It'll be fine. And this will probably be our lowest viewed show. But that's fine too, because we're working out all this shit on air. Exactly. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
It's basically, it's working out the kinks on air. Let's see what we can do and hope for the best.
I have let me copy the link and send it to you, Knobs.
Mate, I'm on my phone. I can't do anything with it. So.
Yeah, I know that you're not going to be able to do anything with it now, but you can share it later.
A knobber.
The knobbiest.
A knobber.
Never knobs.
That is a horrible thing to say on live broadcast.
Mikey, Mikey, you can shit in my hand. I don't really want to share it with anyone.
It's our shit. Okay, let's start there. It's not just my shit. It's our shit.
A collective shit in hand.
Yeah. It's a
would you like to hold this? No, you're all right.
It's group.
So,
it's group
Mikey,
shit.
please move us forward after we talked about this president.
Right.
Act.
Yeah, let's get back on.
All right, so the impeachment. The 2 articles. I was trying to find out the specific language of those 2. I had the link and an ad started and I thought it was going to play music, so I closed it because I didn't want to copyright strike.
Can I
Yeah. I'm still. Go ahead. I'm looking.
Put forward something, and that is about British politics, because we've wrestling and American politics for far too long. And over here, yeah, we got Boris Johnson now for the next 5 years, and he's a proper cunt.
Wayne, I don't know if you're up to American slang yet, but we got this thing called spilling the tea. I thought you would appreciate that.
Oh, he is British. That's what we should have anytime we talk. There we go. That's segment number 2. And that's when we're going to talk about UK and European politics.
Spilling the tea, Wayne.
Okay, right. Spilling the tea, right. Right, well, Wayne is going to spill all kinds of fucking tea all over this place.
Hell yeah.
Right.
And I'm drinking some tea right now. We're not sponsored yet, but if you guys see us, we're supporters.
Right, I'm going to get me a punk IPA from downstairs. Which is,
I'm not telling anybody what I'm drinking until, again, I get some free samples. I get a T-shirt. I need some stuff.
Yeah, so basically Mikey's drinking his own piss right now.
Might as well be.
Or the cats.
Or the cats. You know, y'all are 2 nasty motherfuckers. Let me just say that right out here out front. So everybody knows, going forward, these motherfuckers is nasty. Cat piss.
Again, remember, my nickname was Mac Nasty with 2 Ks. So I don't have a problem with that.
Y'all nasty.
And again, Mikey's being internet brave. Well done, you.
I'm not afraid of you, Wayne. This will be our dynamic going forward, but just know it can happen to you.
Yeah, but one day, Mikey, when I'm stood in front of you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, spill that tea, Wheezy F baby.
Yeah.
Don't forget the fucking baby.
So over here, we wind your fucking pointy ass neck in.
There it is. Wind your neck in. Everybody drink. He said it.
Right. So we've recently had a general election over here, and the Conservatives won, which meant Boris Johnson won. He's now the Prime Minister for the next 4.5 years.
Boris.
He's a big pile of shit because he's an horrible little turd. He's cheated on multiple wives. He's got love children all over the place. He's just a cunt. He's basically posh Trump. Literally posh Trump. So you take Trump, put him in a public school, and this is what you get. He's useless. He's horrible. And unfortunately, his opposition was Jeremy Corbyn. Now, Jeremy Corbyn...
Oh, I hate Baron Corbyn.
He might as well have been Baron Corbyn because he had as much support as Baron Corbyn in the sense of he got a push, but no one cared.
That happens sometimes.
Yeah. So basically, Jeremy Corbyn is a very, very left-leaning socialist, but his policies didn't cut through because the right-wing media basically scared the general populace into thinking that he was going to come and steal their biscuits. So,
my biscuits.
Y'all love biscuits. They love guns here.
No, but that's what it came down to. So we had, like, you both are on my Facebook. You can see like people that are talking on my Facebook. People are scared of tax over here. But the people that are scared of tax over here are people that shouldn't be scared of tax, because the top 5% over here are earning, excuse me, are earning over £80,000 a year. So the top 5% of earners are earning £80,000 a year plus.
What does that translate to US dollars?
120, 130?
Around that. Yeah, around that.
That's good bread. Good bread if you can get it.
Good biscuits. Good biscuits.
That's good biscuits if you can get it.
So basically, Jeremy Corbyn was looking to nick a little bit more from that percentile. So if you're on 80 plus, he was going to nick another 1% or something like that, which is nothing.
Which is nothing.
It is nothing in your actual income. But because the media, the right-wing media, scared people so much into thinking that he was going to take so much more of their money. Like people that were on the precipice of that were going, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's going to take all their money." And again, they don't get the graduated tax system. It's not they're going to take like 80% of what you earn. They're going to take 80% over that
right
percentage. But that doesn't get translated down to people, or people plead ignorance and don't get it. So, you earn £1 million a year. We're going to tax you at 90%. Oh, so that means I'm going to get 900 grand. No, we're going to tax you 90% over a certain threshold, but that does never get translated to people.
Because I knew work has been going well, so I recently got bumped up to the next tax bracket, and I was like, shit.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. That's gonna bump me down. Like I'm gonna be paying so much more time. Oh, so you mean that last $1,200 will be taxed more?
There you go.
Oh, well then, fucking yeah, that's fine. Like it's all good. I'll be okay. I'll be fine. It's just that last little bit that gets you into that. Tax bracket.
Mikey, in real terms, how much did that affect you? Like with regards to your take-home pay?
I mean,
I'm not asking you to give like numbers.
No, I'm
but,
just
like,
trying to like think of it. I don't fucking care. If people know how much I make. Just give me more money if you guys want to really know how much I make. Patreon.com/MikeyFamine. I think it was because I think the next bracket was like 48K. So I think I barely crept over. It was like 45K or something like that. So I barely wake up, Wayne. I barely made it over there. And it was one of those things where it was so minuscule. It's just my tax return wasn't as big as I thought it would be. Wake up, Wayne.
Wayne is proper knackered.
Yes, he is. I'd say another N word, but you know. Another KN word.
He's laying there like he's about to make an R&B album.
No, Mikey, you got.
Oh, he froze.
I was like,
it looked because you like
I was
froze.
thinking,
You froze with your eyes closed, so it looked like you were proper sleeping.
right.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, you're freezing again.
Not noticeable at all, because it was only like an additional 5 or 7% for that last. There he goes again. There he is.
Yeah, no.
Jesus, this is proper broadcasting here.
Yeah, no, but in reality, it wasn't really anything that was noticeable.
Well, we guess the British don't do Wi-Fi like everybody else does.
We invented Wi-Fi. You can't.
No, you didn't. You say you invented everything. You didn't invent shit.
We invented America. One Janekian.
Bro, we not even gonna talk about the British. They got mad because somebody dumped their tea in the river. Come on.
Yeah, in Boston of all places. Oh.
We're not even gonna talk about Boston right now. We had Kevin Garnett get on TV last night talking about what was the greatest moment of your life. Oh, when we won the championship in Boston. Didn't say nothing about the man's kids.
That's fucked up.
Or his wives.
That's
or
fucked up.
His mom's birthdays or anything like that. It was literally, nothing has eclipsed that moment in my life. Like, that's just letting me know that all the millions of dollars in your bank account don't mean nothing when the best moment of your life was. I don't know if you said it because you were on a television show and that's what you thought everybody wanted to hear. But look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I definitely don't want to hear the greatest moment of your life was winning a championship of any sporting event.
Yeah, because y'all were asked the next year, so
they all got traded to Brooklyn.
Good old Brooklyn. Hey, that's my team next year. Don't forget about
Devil's Toilet.
How dare you say Brooklyn is Devil's Toilet? That would be New Jersey. You know that.
They're not the same thing. They smell the same. Disgusting.
We're covering some subjects.
Wait, can we talk about the fact that I was going to move to New York, but I got there and saw how disgusting that New York was, and I hated the way it smelled.
It's the same. It's the same in Chicago.
Flat pizza, disgustingly greasy cardboard pizza, and it's just, look, if you ever go to New York, leave.
It's not like that.
You left?
I left because I had a racist roommate.
So
I never went.
Go to New York, you'll get a racist roommate. So don't go. No.
So then you'll know.
New York.
Those are the words of Mikey Famine. If you live in New York, your racist roommate will appear. Just suddenly.
I'll give you a reason to not go to New York. Name the last 3 New York mayors.
Giuliani.
No, that was like 2001.
Yeah.
It was 18 years ago. Bloomberg.
Bloomberg, Giuliani.
Cuomo.
Was Cuomo New York mayor?
Not the guy on TV. That's his dad. His dad was the mayor of New York.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
Name the other one.
The other one. That's like naming all the Spice Girls.
Oh no, that I got. You got sexy one. You got short one. You got one married to the football player. You got one that was kind of fat the whole time, but now everybody's like totally accepting of her body image.
Mikey, I'm gonna let you in a little secret. I am one person away from 2 Spice Girls.
Ooh. Well, let me send all my contact information.
What was Hillary? What was her job in New York?
Hillary, you went from Fresh Prince.
I got a job
Banks.
for her. I got a job.
Oh, when she was in major pain. Oh, that was my shiz night.
I got a job for Hillary.
Yeah, I was more about Ashley.
Ashley was like 5 years old. You fucking predator. You Harvey Weinstein.
At the time, man, you don't want to run into her daddy though.
Wind your fucking neck in again.
You wouldn't have wanted to run into her daddy though.
Wind your neck in.
Breaks off of all them British people.
Hold up. Oh yeah, wind your neck in. I was born in 1981.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was the same age as her, you prick.
As Tatiana Ali, I guarantee you're not.
Yeah. I'm a year younger than her. Older, sorry.
Her daddy would have beat the brakes off of you.
That's Layla Ali.
That's they sisters, bro.
No, they're not.
Well, yeah, they are.
No, they're not.
Well, hang on a minute, right? Tatiana Ali is probably 2 years old. Oh. Tatiana Ali is probably 2 years older than me.
She's born in 79.
2 years older than me.
Exactly all right. You win this one. Shut up. I'll wind my neck in.
Yeah, best you fucking do, prick.
Yeah, Layla Ali and Tatiana Ali are not sisters. Cortez.
Oh, not bad. Her daddy is Sharif Ali. He wouldn't have beat up nothing.
No, Layla Ali is very bad, but her daddy is Muhammad Ali. I would have never dated her. Given the chance, absolutely not.
Nope. Let me tell you, Uncle Phil is basically me.
You're not Uncle Phil.
I will throw you out of house like Jazzy Jazz.
Oh, like Jazz?
That's not her real father.
Like just out the front gate.
He said Uncle Phil, like that's her real daddy. You
it
British
might
people,
be.
Man.
That was racist. I'm saying it.
I am a Brit. Yay.
All right. Those articles of impeachment. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, let's get all the important stuff out of the way first.
Okay. Abuse of power. Do y'all think, or no, I won't say do y'all think because I already know I know which side of this you fall on, but can you provide evidence for abuse of power and obstruction of Congress?
Yes.
All right. What do you got? What do you got
him on Twitter?
What do you got for me for abuse of power? Like, what do you think
He's wearing an offensive tie right now.
Twitter.
Abuse of power. I think he just doesn't understand he's wrong.
Okay, well, can we? Okay, not even opinions. From what I watched for 10 hours yesterday, and maybe I just had it on in the background half the time because there's a whole lot of filibustering going on. But when you talk to a foreign country and you tell them that they must do something in order to receive help, otherwise you won't help at all. That's abuse of power because you're not acting in you're not acting in anybody's interest but your own at that point. Especially when it's as a former vice president of the United States who just happens to be someone who you view as a threat to your own presidency. Not saying that Biden is a legitimate threat to his presidency in the court of public opinion, but apparently behind closed doors, he seemed to believe that Biden was a threat to his presidency.
Well, that's what all the polls were telling him.
Yeah, so the polls are saying that Biden is the biggest threat, which means that he has struck out against his biggest threat, which is perceived as Biden, and he's used a foreign leader to help that on its way. So for me,
what did he leverage to accomplish this, Wayne?
He used the foreign aid. He used the threat of foreign aid. Like, so if we'll give you this money in a quid pro quo, in the sense of if you do us this investigation into Hunter Biden, we'll give you this money. As soon as the whistleblower came out, the money was released.
Yep.
That to me is cut and dry.
And
That's it.
And there is the paper trail to prove this, correct?
Yes, completely.
So this isn't speculation.
Got it.
No, it's not. It's
And this isn't the Democratic media machine. This isn't a super PAC commercial.
No, it's also in the transcript that it wasn't a transcript. It was a sort of an edited transcript that was released by him. That even in that, it stated that he said that.
So
am I wrong?
No. You're 100% right. And I think what's important for the first article to be structured the way that it was is no one can say that wasn't an abuse of power. I know they're all the Republicans are all jumping all over any camera they can get in front of saying, well, it was a perfectly fine call. See, no quid pro quo. No. It also says that he literally said, you may not have this until you do something for me. Not that you have to do the investigation, but even worse, you just have to make it look like there's an investigation so that he could use that at his rallies. And they wouldn't play ball. And then the whistleblower told on him, and then he released it immediately. That's abuse of power.
No. The whistleblower told on him, and then as soon as he found out that the whistleblower had told on him, that's when he released the money.
Right.
So he was going, oh shit, I've been caught. I need to get the money out.
And their whole thing is, there was no quid pro quo because they never gave us anything. They never put out the report. Well, you can't walk up to a drug dealer say, hey man, I need drugs. I need a pound of weed. And then the drug dealer agrees. Well, I like to party. And then the drug dealer don't get bogged down. Hold on, don't make me lose this. So then the drug dealer says, okay, goes to hand it to you, and then the cops show up, and then you say, well, I actually didn't complete a drug deal because you interrupted it. Sorry, can't get me because I didn't actually get the drug. No, you tried to get the drugs, and that's a crime.
Mikey, I just want to go back to a pound of weed. Now, I've lifted up a 2 pound weight. That's how much weed do
I have a lot of friends.
No, you don't.
Really?
No, you don't.
Both of you shut up.
Right? You are on the internet right now, courting friends from around the world.
Listen,
I got a lot of friends.
I have one friend. My laptop. My laptop loves weed. Loves it so much.
Tinder, bitch.
Hey, I mean, we're almost at January 1st, where it'll be legal in Illinois, so I'm stocking up before the fucking prices go way up.
Heavily taxed.
The prices are going to go way up, so...
Then I really will want to move to Vegas.
Nah, I'm good. Vegas is something else.
I love Vegas.
Nah,
Don't you down talk the greatest place in the United States.
No, it's not. It's fucking awful. It's like a house party that is 5 minutes from being completely out of control. 24/7. No, thank you.
That makes for good television.
Nah, I'm good. Stay my ass out of there.
I've walked into a domestic argument.
Are you saying that you can't hang?
No, I don't want to hang with y'all. I want to be by myself, left alone with my pound of weed. just let me be.
You know what? You're the reason why we got snow right now, and I'll never forgive you for that.
I'm leaving. I'm about to go move with Kjartan and be in the land of snow.
Mikey the victim.
I'm out of here. Y'all keep it up. Keep it up.
He said, man, fuck y'all.
I'm out of here. I don't have to keep taking this abuse. I have to listen to all this.
Yo, whack.
And then I moved there with Kjartan, and I have Kjartan's ass on me. Fucking.
You're gonna go fucking ride shotgun with Kjartan as an ice road trucker.
Yo, he showed me. I saw the videos of what roads he was driving on. I was like, what?
I'll pass on Kjartan's roads.
Never mind. You better get a reindeer to pull that motherfucker.
He goes, yeah, I paved this myself.
Driving through his own fucking tire tracks, going back and forth. No, thank you. Abuse of power. Cortez, anything to add on that before we switch to number 2?
Personal opinion or facts?
I don't care.
I'll go personal opinion since it's colorful.
Oh, Jesus.
everyone likes to watch. I shouldn't say everyone because that's too wide of a web, but a lot of people like to watch shows where the king goes crazy and just does whatever he wants. And I kind of feel like as the president of the United States, well, that's what we've been witnessing over the last few years, is someone who thinks that they're untouchable and can literally do whatever they want, whenever they want, say whatever they want about anybody. And this person's proved it on multiple occasions that he can do and say whatever he wants because his constituents are going to back him. And as long as that continues, this place is never going to get better at all.
Now, can I leave, Wayne?
Where you want to go?
I'm not here.
Oh, sorry, mate. You asked a very blatant question. I was like, oh, okay, well, you want to go, Mikey? It's all right, mate.
No.
Hit up
I'm not your keeper.
JG and automation, boy.
Now can I leave this? Now can I leave this awful place that everyone promises me is the best place on earth? Now try living here.
Yes, Mikey, you may go. Free yourself.
Mikey, he's moving to Nigeria. He ain't moving to no Switzerland.
Yeah, man. You know how much I'd spend? About $30,000 a year in lotion if I lived in fucking Sweden. Dry, fucking frosty ass air.
Nigeria. Go be with your Nigers.
Yeah, me and the Nigers finna kick it.
So what is the
And heavy metal is very big in Africa right now.
Why wouldn't
what
it
is
be?
the next subject we are?
Oh,
cracking?
Article 2.
Oh, Sienna's here.
Article 2.
Article 2 is obstruction.
Sienna time.
Obstruction of Congress.
That one might even be bigger than the second one. I mean, the first one, to be honest.
I don't know how he's going to try to fight this.
Look, I'm gonna say it right here, and this is gonna, and we know it's not gonna happen. So don't jump down my throat for saying this. But if the Senate, those don't cross party lines, to talk about this and to deal with this and to vote the correct way, when you obstruct a literal branch of government to get your will done, it's against the law, man. It's illegal. You broke the law. That's like me saying, oh, you know what? I'm just going to bypass, the circuit court and go straight to the Court of Appeals. What are you appealing? Well,
yes.
The answer is, well, I'm gonna go up to a higher court. I'm gonna go to the Supreme Court. How? Because I don't respect the circuit court, so I'm going to the Supreme Court. That's not okay to do. So the president thinks that it's okay to do because he's the president. And I don't think that's fair. It's actually not fair. It's illegal. I point that out.
Mr. Wayne?
Can you sorry, I was just transitioning from upstairs to downstairs while you were talking. So
oh, okay. The obstruction of Congress, the second article. Yay, nay, what can he say to defend himself?
Nothing, because I think the Mueller report was kind of like a glossing over of quite a lot of things that he was. The thing is, Trump is naive to the power of the presidency. I think he's just gone in there like a bull in the china shop and gone, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do whatever the fuck I like. And everyone else is going, whoa, sunshine. Calm the fuck down.
Sunshine.
and he's been found out. And now he's been found out, he's kind of turning around and saying like, oh, well, I didn't know that was illegal. But it's kind of like, tough shit, mate.
Yeah.
Like,
how do you feel about the Republicans saying that it was okay and that it wasn't necessarily a big deal?
I think that's ridiculous because this is the thing, and this is something that I've noticed through external and objective eyes being outside of the entire American political system. The partisanship of American politics is ridiculous. I used to watch a lot of Alex Jones back in the day.
Yikes.
And hear me out. Used to watch it because I used to hate listen to it because he would be sitting there, him, Paul Joseph Watson, and all these other little stooges, be like, Obama's trying to get a third term, right?
Yeah, they did say that a lot. And now, they're sort of saying, Trump deserves a third term.
Right.
How can you flip that quickly? You're sitting there saying it's unconstitutional for Obama. Obama's trying to take their guns. What was it, Jade Helm 16 back in the day? All these military sort of things that were going on, like the government trying to come and take us over and all that. And now Trump's in charge. Oh, the government's amazing. The government's fucking this.
They were talking about martial law for
martial law. Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Can I say this, Wayne? Interject here. And this is not any type of correctness, or maybe it is. I watched this thing and I counted 22 different Republican congressmen say that they brought up the founders of this country. Let me say this as a person.
Not great guys.
I don't really give two craps about when people evoke founders from over 200 years ago, because these founders also didn't think that it was important enough to abolish slavery. So when you founded this country, you said that these people are 3/5 a human being and that they don't have any rights and that it's okay for them to be owned by somebody else. You really think that, a bunch of dudes in powder wigs a few hundred years ago made the best form of government, that the government is quote unquote not impeachable?
It's the best.
Could you please? This is 2019. We're entering 2020 here on an election year, and you're bringing up the founders. The founders.
Can I just say something that really, really jars me as a British person who. No. Nothing to do with race. Again, race is a construct that I can completely disavow easy, but as a British person who looks at America and kind of scratches his head and goes, "What the fuck?" Right. Okay. Second Amendment. Okay. Now you got people over there that lose their crap over the Second Amendment.
Take our guns.
What does the word amendment mean?
It's something that can be added to change something.
It's an additional change.
Added to or changed. Okay, let me just finish here. Added to or changed. Is that not correct?
Sounds correct. Good to me.
Okay, so if something is an amendment added to or changed, and people say you cannot take away our Second Amendment, that means you're saying you cannot take away change. I don't understand. That's an anathema.
So you change something, and now you're saying that you can't change it again.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's been changed. It's good now.
Yeah, the whole point of it is it's been changed. Because, you've got the Second Amendment, and then you've got the Third Amendment, which means it's been changed after the Second.
There's a lot of amendments, by the way.
Yeah, which is kind of...
articles to amendments. So there's sub-amendments under amendments.
Yeah, but this is the whole thing. So the way that certain right-wingers look at the Second Amendment is the Second Amendment is a thing. It's a law. It's like a pillar.
It says untouchable.
Yeah, but the thing that does me in is the word amendment. It's been amended. It's been changed already. So how can you turn around and say that an amendment cannot be amended?
What do you want me to say here? You know.
No, I just want you to clarify what I'm kind of thinking. If it's an amendment, it means it's an ongoing thing. It means it's kind of, it has malleability to it. It has, what's the word I'm looking for? It has degrees, or like diplomacy. It always changes.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Let me ask you a question.
What does it mean for something to be amended?
Changed.
And what does it mean for something to be able to be amended?
It means it's ambiguous.
So,
or flexible.
Flexible, right? So, the sheer fact that people don't want anyone to touch it's kind of an oxymoron.
Yes, exactly that. Exactly that.
So
the first and second amendments can't be changed, but then if you add other amendments, i.e., like, what are you up to? Like 28, you know?
26.
26. So if you're adding amendments to the Constitution,
good old 13th.
How can you have amendments to a Constitution that cannot be amended in certain places?
I'm just saying that when the Constitution was ratified, I didn't have any say over anything because I wasn't a person.
Yeah, and you didn't have, and you know, a musket either.
No, I didn't have a musket. I wasn't able to buy food.
You was 3/4 of a person.
Yeah, I'm livestock, maybe.
Yeah. No, he was not 3/4. He was less than that. He was 3/5.
Yeah, 3/5 livestock, maybe. So,
sorry.
Do you want to make some chicken? Yes. Do you? I'm not going to say that. Let me just not say that because you've already, But you know what I'm going. You know where I'm going here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my take on this whole blocking Congress and obstruction of Congress. This great article from the Washington Post was reposted by Jacksonville.com. It says, as a House Representative...
Mikey, Cortez, I've got to duck out. I've got to go and read Sienna a book, and I've got to put my phone on charge, so I'm going to duck out for 2 bits.
All right.
And I'll be ready.
Me and Mike will probably still be here.
Of course you will be. Mikey's got nothing to do but this and be a mage on World of Warcraft.
I am off tonight, so I am watching Star Wars at 11 p.m.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
He is a spellcaster.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Thanks, Wayne.
Bye-bye.
Not a bard.
Is he gone? Can I make fun of him yet?
Yes, we can make fun of him right now. He's
cannot deal with this fucking English bit. No, I'm just kidding. He's gonna mess up the format here, so I'll wait for him to leave before I do anything.
I think he's just putting his phone down on the charger. I don't know if he's actually leaving the meeting.
I'm still here.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure he's gonna put us on silent while he reads to his child, his wonderful child.
That's fine. I can black out his box, I think. Insert.
Right, cut me off because I'm gonna go and read to
All right, fine.
He's blacking you out and muting you.
Let
me kick him out of the meeting because I am so sick of his. There we go. Now I gotta adjust the whole thing.
He kicked him. He didn't even just mute him. He kicked him.
Let that be a lesson to anybody else who wants to threaten my power.
Oh, omnipotent one.
All right, so I got to do this live. Here we go. Let's see if I can pull this off. All right, I'm gonna do this and do this. I'm gonna do this and do this. I'm gonna do this.
Or you can do this
and do this. This up. Oops, I got in the way. And do.
I am big.
This.
Very big.
And then I'm
Look
gonna
at
do
those
this.
arms on his stream.
That's okay. It'll get much smaller, like real life, very soon. And then this. Okay, that's all the way out. So then I can shrink this. Put this. Take this. And throw it away. Take this, copy it, boom, pasting it, boom, got 2 of them.
I'm the biggest one here right now.
So, no, you're fine. Now you're normal size. That's how we do that. That was live. That's live production, people. That's how we do this shit here.
So President Trump is saying that the Democratic Party is extorting him right now.
How?
I don't know, man. This dude doesn't make any sense when he opens his mouth.
All right. But yeah, Article 2, let me get back to that article that I was reading. As the House of Representatives pursues an impeachment examination centered on the president's dealings in Ukraine, the White House has proven unable to hold the line. At every turn, the Trump administration has tried to stymie congressional investigators in their bids to pry loose documents and information. They've blocked advisors from testifying, refused to turn over records, and gone to court to defend their obstinance. So that's it, right there. When you get offered a subpoena, or when you get served a subpoena, you don't have the option of, I'm going to just not do this. And you know what? All the rest of my people are not going to do this either. That's what I've decided, is that none of us are testifying. You don't get to make that call. You are one branch of the government. You do not supersede all other branches of government. You must comply. And if you don't comply, then that's where you fall into obstruction of Congress. So I think it's pretty, I know that the Senate, the Republican senators aren't going to vote for us. They're not going to vote for the right thing to do. They're not going to do the right thing. But it has been laid out in a fashion that you may not, there is no out for them. They have not been left with an out in this situation. You know what I mean? I can't hear you. You muted yourself.
I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. There we go. So I think the articles were written well, and they were kind of, amongst all the other nonsense that he's done, they kind of waited specifically for very specific things to happen, because if and when he did those things, there is no plausible deniability for all of his friends in the Senate to come save his butt.
If the Senate doesn't vote correctly, then so two things are going to happen here. The first thing is we're going to realize that the partisan lines, they're probably as strong as they've been in the last 20 years. And the second one is they don't care about the law or justice or the American people or how we look to the rest of the world.
No, never have.
And they're proving it. The Republicans in Congress that did not vote against us, despite the evidence, all of them have taken an oath of office to uphold the Constitution and the laws. They all failed by voting against this impeachment.
Which makes it very easy for their opponents come next election cycle.
Yes, the Democratic opponents, if anything, even if they don't get this president out of the office, which, let's face the facts here, people. You impeach President Trump successfully and find him guilty in the Senate. You remove him from office. What's the next step here? Mike Pence becomes president for close to a year.
Not even. We vote in November.
No. So it's 10 months, and then he finishes out the presidency. And then the next, if Mike Pence becomes president, I highly doubt he's reelected, barring he does something incredible to make people vote for him in the next election. So it's not necessarily a lose situation. It's not you make people want to vote for Trump more because you're not going to remove him from office by impeaching him. No, it's not. It's not a Lewinsky underneath the desk situation at all.
Yeah,
this is some actual crime. Yes, Clinton lied about what he did, but that was a completely different set of circumstances. There probably shouldn't have been something that was even in court, to be honest. But we have to remember, once again, everyone seems to talk about the Clinton impeachment when they talk about the Trump impeachment. But if we're talking partisan lines here, President Clinton was a Democrat, and the Republicans pushed really hard for his removal. If you don't believe me, go back and watch it.
Yeah, because there was a Republican Congress back then.
Yes, there was.
So,
really, really similar to some situations that we had during the last era of the presidency.
It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable if the Republicans just in the Senate decide to totally acquit Trump of both of these charges, but they have to go home. and they have to explain themselves on this. So, I mean, if that's what y'all think is gonna get it done for you, then go for it. But it's a hard sell when the two things that they're bringing him up for are the two very obvious and demonstrable things that any random Joe Schmo off the street can see. Oh, what's obstruction of Congress? This. Oh, well, didn't he do this, and this? Well, there you go. That's it. And they can choose to keep him in there, or they can do the right thing. It won't be up to us. But
I don't necessarily think that they're going to do the right thing. I don't have any faith in them to do the right thing. And I'm not saying that the Republicans in the Senate are exactly the same as the Republicans in the House of Representatives, but if we're gonna put two halves or two thirds together, I mean, what do you think's gonna happen, man? I mean, just keeping it real. None of them voted across party lines, and by party lines, I mean all of the Republicans voted to keep the president. What was that? 170 some or 200 and some voted to keep him.
Oh, I don't know. I know it was 218, and let me see if I can pull up the votes.
There were a few that decided not to vote at all.
We're not even gonna say her name. She gets no air here. She wants advertising here. She's gonna have to pay for it. Because I'm so sick of her just being a spoiler at this point.
I'm not gonna vote. Nope, you can't make me.
No, we both know who we're talking about. It was one little lady who decided, I'm going to be a douchebag, and I'm going to make this whole thing about me.
She always does.
It was 220 to 160, I think.
So 161 people didn't vote across party lines.
Yeah.
161 people that vowed to serve their districts and not vote across party lines. They vowed to serve their districts. They vowed to uphold the Constitution. They vowed to keep the country sovereign. They vowed to all these things that you have to take when you take an oath of office, and they all voted against it.
This dude, angry staffer, at angry White House staffer tweeted 19 hours ago, Trump finally got more votes than Clinton. Shit, it was Bill Clinton on impeachment. Well played. Well played.
Yeah. Since you are bringing up the Clintons again, I'm gonna say this. I am sick and tired. For anyone watching, I'm sick and tired of the Republicans bringing up irrelevant people when we're talking about a situation that's going on with a current sitting president. Great. You impeached Bill, and Bill, he did some nasty things in the Oval Office, and he lied about it. Great. You impeached him.
Which he should have been.
Exactly. And I don't think that he even denies that he should have been, because he admitted to lying after the fact. I am not a Hillary Clinton supporter. We all know this from the past. But Hillary did something that President Trump has not done. Hillary stood trial. Hillary cooperated. I'm not saying that there was some legal maneuvering there. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that because of the law in this country, she did the things that were required in order to prove innocence in a legal way.
I'm really trying to find the two Democrats who voted no. Oh no, here it is, three of them. Colin Peterson, Jeff Van Drew, and Jared Golden. So y'all will have some answering to do.
Oh, they gonna have some answering to do.
Let me just copy those names real quick. Open up a new tab.
The internet never forgets, and it's undefeated. If you guys are starting to understand a little bit from watching this podcast over the last hour or so, you have to understand, one, that none of us, especially our friend from across the pond, have ran for office. Not saying that we wouldn't, but we probably won't.
I won't. I don't care enough about average people. Y'all are mean to me, so I don't want to take care of y'all.
What I am saying, I shouldn't say we and speak in the royal we. What I am saying here is these are the opinions of a person, however so common in the United States, who is sick and tired of legal maneuvering that goes for one group of people but not for the next. You cannot tell me that the common person has to abide by these laws that you set in place, but then you refuse to abide by the laws, whether it be because you're rich or whether it be because you're powerful. In this case, we have someone who claims to be both and is going against the rule of the land because he feels like he can. And if we're not doing anything about it, we're not doing our due diligence. So all that talk about protecting the Constitution and the states' rights and all that crap that we hear every single day when people want to levy their arguments means absolutely nothing. It doesn't mean anything because how can it when people are supporting a president that doesn't care about anything with the common folk, doesn't care about doing anything right, doesn't care about doing anything that's supposed to be done if he doesn't feel like it?
Okay.
He can't.
I got a couple quotes here. Van Drew says, this isn't about liking or not liking Donald Trump. This is about the proper and appropriate use of one of the most serious actions you can take in the United States of America other than declaring war. And I think it's going to cause harm in our country. I believe that is going to cause a great deal of animosity between people and friction. I felt that it was appropriate to go for it. So I sat with my Republican friends on this issue. A number of Andrew's staff resigned Sunday, writing in a letter that his decision to join the ranks of the Republican Party, led by Donald Trump, does not align with the values we brought to this job when we joined his office. So they quit. He's done. And that was Drew Peterson. Jesus Christ. He just got moved
right now.
He just got moved to another prison, I heard.
Yes, he did. How many people have quit his administration? Not fired. How many people have quit?
Damn near all of them.
Can you do a search to see how many people have either quit or how many people are left a part of his original administration from year one?
Oh, shit.
I think the number is probably overwhelming, probably unprecedented as well.
Dismissals and resignations.
From their president, sorry.
It just has a list of them.
It's
a long list. I'll copy it and paste it. Reince Priebus, John F. Kelly, Katie Walsh, Kirsten Nielsen, James W. Carroll, Zachary Fuentes, Joe. This is easily 50, 60 people. So I
was thinking it was like 14.
No, this is a long list. I will post the list in the chat.
You can't even really read this list without getting a headache.
No, it's too long. But we are at the, how long have we been going? I don't know. My timer's not messed up. We're gonna go ahead and close off the show today. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. It's been fun. It's been real. I wouldn't say it's been real fun. Definitely check us out on Twitter, Bin Podcast at Bin Podcast. We have a Facebook group. We have all that cool stuff. Patreon and all that cool stuff coming later. Cortez, close us out.
Guys, it's been real. Like you said, I can't necessarily say it's been fun, but it has been real, and we appreciate everyone that came to watch our debut podcast. And we promise that we're going to have more things to talk about.
And Kjartan.
You guys will love Kjartan if you haven't met him already. As well as guests that we from our choosing. If you want to be a guest, feel free to message us. And
feel free to pay us money.
The Ben podcast. I was gonna get to that, Mike.
Feel free to pay us lots of cash.
And I'll close out with something that somebody always tell me. there is power in one person. There is power in multiple people. If one person can get 1,000 things done, 2 people can get 10,000 things done, and I am very, very much interested in getting 10 times the amount of things done with other people as I can get done by myself. So, one person at a time, then 2 people, and then more, and we can get some stuff done. We can change things. It's not going to be a slogan or anything like that, but we can change things, especially because we refuse to stand. We'd rather kneel.